Why hesitate? Strike me down.
In time, Ron. First, I need something from you.
Morgan Catan!
This dead man holds the valley's location. Very intriguing. I have no further use for you, old man.
Okay, let's do this thing. Wobaya. Okay, so let's see what we got on deck here. It is now Peach Balls with a Z. That's probably not very legible. See what I can do about that. Get some backlight. Nope, that's only making it worse. What's up, B-Ham? So this one actually has some sediment going around in it. It's probably not visible, but there's some cloudy shit going on there. Yeah, you can see it a little bit. So out of everything, it looks like this is something I may have to actually shake up a little bit. Maybe there's some actual peach bits in there. Rabbit Monkey, thank you. Didn't know I could leave a message. You're great. Keep doing you. I will, my friend. If by that you mean getting drunk and playing video games, which is, as far as I can tell, what I was genetically made to do on this planet. I was here to get drunk, play video games, and make love to Stephanie and Stephanie only. Crawls $12 on Home Store? Shit. That sounds awesome. I think I already bought it on Steam, though. Alright, before we start, the ceremonial checking of the Chieves. Does this have a Beat It on Hard achievement? Hardest difficulty level. Complete the game without using Fite chambers. You can do both of those at the same time, right? Because I did that. I did that in Bioshock 1 and it didn't give me both. And I was pissed off. Because I went through it for no reason. On Protector Trials. Wait, how do you turn off, eh? How do you turn off, Writer profiles? Probably make for a good Funhouse video. No, Chris, yeah. I'm planning on doing it. Theoretically, it might be something we do during Drunky 3. Could be a good drunk game. I think the Surge is probably another good drunk gameplay. Gotta turn on all that ambient occlusion. I love ambient occlusion. I want stroke shadows on everything. Yeah, I beat Bioshock on hard. It wasn't that bad. I mean, it was bad, but like most games like this, once you kind of hit your like buy a couple of skills and dedicate to one way of playing. I'm excited for Drunky 3. You guys got so shit-faced. We did last year. The only thing I know about this game is the source filmmaker porno. I watched that. Boy, that, man, once you finish Infinite, that takes on a whole other meaning. Although I think in in Buried at Sea version, Elizabeth isn't his daughter? Hopefully that's not the case. I don't know. Oh yeah, Kali, you need to tell me who to cosplay as. Which fuck scene was your favorite? I don't know. I don't remember there being that much remarkable about it, to be honest. It was amusing but sort of predictable when all the versions of Elizabeth came out and sort of tag teamed on them, but...
Let's go out to play, Daddy.
Yeah. Yeah, Chris, no, the potential is there for some good drunken chaos. That's what I'm hoping for. Never played any Bioshock, but I've always been interested.
More angels, Daddy. This way.
What's up, Jerry? Yep, you're right at home, my friend. Which Bioshock is the favorite? I guess... You know what? If I'm gonna take it by the math of it, I think Bioshock 2 is probably the best.
Get out of here, freak!
I even discounted it for a long time, but playing it again, I had a lot of fun.
Oh, Bioshock 2?
This is
Yeah.
not your daughter.
No, it's,
Do you understand? Her name
Sorry, I didn't
is
hear it. The
Eleanor,
game was loud.
And she is mine.
It's,
Now, kneel.
It's frustrating because Bioshock 1 did a lot to sort of expose
Remove your helmet.
a new generation of players to a kind of game they had never played. Deus Ex and System Shock existed before Bioshock, but
Now,
those
take
games had never
the
been
pistol.
appropriated to console properly. There was
Place
Deus
it
Ex 2,
against your head.
but it wasn't very good. Because it didn't handle that conversion properly. Bioshock did. Deserves a lot of credit for that, but I think Bioshock 2 did a lot better with, like, the version of Rapture in Bioshock 2 looks better than Bioshock 1. Not just from a, you know, the polygons are better and the textures are better, but there's more of it. There's more, like, posters on the wall, there's more cool angles of Rapture you get to see. So I don't know. It's tough to say. Bioshock 1 was a big deal, and I understand that. Bioshock 2 was a better game. Infinite's got problems. Infinite's really good, but the last third is not solid. And it's sad because it lacks this sort of elegant narrative punch that Bioshock 1 had, and Bioshock 2 has. It's really unfair. I don't think Bioshock 2 got the shake it deserved. A lot of people were ready to say that it was bad, and I get it. Bioshock 1 isn't the kind of game that needed or, like, warranted a sequel, but you could not do better than this game, I think. Yeah, I don't know. Call, you want me to be a buff Misty? I'll work on growing out more body hair. Do that? Okay. I'll be a buff Misty. It's pretty cool though. So I'd never played Burial at Sea. Stephanie started it. And I'm actually super down with the premise. Like, you play a version of Rapture that
Rapture great again.
yeah, Rapture was great again. That's the version of Rapture that's great again. It's pretty cool. I also think in terms of like, in terms of philosophy, they even I thought were very honest to that too. If Bioshock 1 is about the celebration of self, with Andrew Ryan being sort of the cult of personality, and that every individual is entitled to everything good that ever comes from any of their individual work. It's all about, you know, the admonition of the individual. Bioshock 2 is all about the sacrifice of the individual. It's about losing identity. It's about giving too much of oneself to the greater good. And appropriately, you play as a Big Daddy who has no personality, no individual desire, no free will. If 1 is about going too far into celebrating free will, 2 is about going too far into relinquishing free will. I don't know. It's so cool. It's the only sequel that could have been made, and they made it. And I respect that. I like that a lot. Scott Fillmore, thank you. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Give me a quick rundown of these games. B, that's tough. There's a lot going on here.
I need this. Do you hear me?
The various Bioshocks are different. Bioshock 1 and 2 are the most closely related. In both of them, there is an alternate version of history in the 1930s. A man named Andrew Ryan was fed up with all of the needless restraints put on him by a so-called moral society, and decided to build a perfect society at the bottom of the ocean where the governments and the parasites of the world could not influence his vision. And thus his Rapture. A very Art Deco 30s sort of... sort of place that's always dripping and run down, and it's meant to be a dystopia of what would happen if you dedicated too hard to a certain philosophy. So America is what happens if you dedicate to a free market and capitalism. This is what happens if you dedicate too hard to oh, hold on. I could cosplay as Subaru Yamaska? Let me see. Oh, yeah, I guess I could. He wears a cape. What's he got going on here? He's got a ponytail, though. But I guess I could do that. Are you just looking up anime characters with very strong chins? There's that dude from Full Metal Alchemist. The guy with the daughter that dies. It's really sad.
I'm dead? What's the difference? Who is that? Sacrifice me all!
The Sean Guy dude? Thank you. Thank you for saying that I'm a good dude. I try to be. Yeah. It's been a while, I think, since a lot of people played Bioshock 2. Hey, look at that. 451. I'm telling you guys, it's a thing. It's in all of these games. It's usually the first or the first important code you ever do. Oh. So wait, it's 1540? Because it's backwards? They're even like twisting it a little bit? Was that wrong too? So if right below 1540. There, okay. There we go. We're doing it. Picking up diaries, picking up shit.
My husband is such a perfect idiot. Throws away all his spending money on...
Hold on a minute. I should, Yeah? I can't turn off Fite chambers? Do I just have to, Oh, shit. Do I have to, like, reload every time I die or something? Shimmer, small highlight, oh, there we go. Okay. Apply. Okay.
Gene tonics to affect a look of physical fitness. So he'll have an excuse to sit on his rear all day listening to radio serials. Steven, I tell him, you want to be fit? Come swim laps with me, the old-fashioned way.
Hold on. I don't think we need the art subtitle. That might be a bit much.
It's your mind
So I can
that's
still look at it.
atrophying. Maybe I'll start sneaking some brain boost into his daily regimen.
Does this one have a twist at the end? I don't think so, no. With Item Shimmer, you'll probably miss half the items in sneaky places. Without Item Shimmer. Yeah, I guess if I'm playing on hard, there's no reason to have it all off. Fuck it, it's a video game. Usable object highlight, sure. Fuck it. Fuck it. I don't mind my video games looking like video games. God. Fucking neon. Everything should be neon. She cosplays either Jonathan Joestar, Joseph Joestar, Jotaro Joestar, Josuke... What? Gashiketa? Giorno Giovanni? But not Jolene. Why not Jolene? Think I'm not hot enough to be Jolene? I'll only get one? Alright. I'll give this game credit too. It doesn't have much of a wind-up. I mean, there's the intro cutscene, but... You're playing pretty quick.
Father.
Cosplays Ponyo's dad. She cosplays all the anime dads. I would fucking love to cosplay JoJo's character. Alright. Chris Plasman, that's a ball popper. That's a balls popper.
Daddy was sleeping for
Got on my
such a
hand
long
again.
time.
Yeah.
And Eleanor has
Ah.
missed you. Find her and you'll be all better.
But yeah, I basically got a lot of those desires out when I was doing 11 Little Roosters. Being Laz. That was awesome. I got to wear the hat and everything. Fuck. Just beat Dojima from Persona 4. Hold on. Joichiro? Saiba or Dojima Jin from Food Wars? I'd have to grow a soul patch for Saiba. Dojima Jin. Just wear a suit, be imposing. Buzz my hair. Oh fuck, he's ripped. I don't know that I'm that ripped. How can I be this ripped? Shit. I gotta work on it. Gotta get back in the gym. Gonna be a mean daddy or sugar daddy? I'll be whatever I gotta be. Gonna get some sleep. Alright, Mr. Geo, thank you for tuning in. Have a good night. Yeah, James is more ripped than me. That's weird. I haven't seen him actually cosplay anything. Maybe it's just not his thing. But, shit, man. He's got the perfect anime body. Seems like a waste. But yeah, seriously, like... This already looks better than pretty much anything that was in Bioshock 1. And there's more of this stuff. Skin tightening tonic from Sinclair. James is a normie. The sound of like the rain hitting your helmet's so good. Oh man, Soda! A Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff comic. I love those. No, that's the greatest trick. James is not a normie. That was something that I sort of galled against for a long time. The idea that somebody who is a hyper nerd could also, like, be funny and charismatic and, be able to go outside and talk to people. It's true. It's possible. I don't know. It's easier to believe that it's not, and then you, like, it reinforces your belief that the archetypes are true, and that just because you fall into a particular archetype, you're excused from having to try. Nah. The good news is, though, but that means there's actually not that much difference between those you perceive to be popular or normal and yourself. Shock and clock for critical damage. I missed. I missed real bad. I missed again. That was something I struggled with for a long time, personally. Because the whole, I'm a nerd, therefore there are certain things I don't get. That was something that I sort of clung on to.
Get the fuck out of the way, Elizabeth.
Yeah, come on. It was very comforting. How do you tell if you're a normie? I can tell you right now you're not. You're not and no one is. Also, the only people who are normal, the only true normies in this world are those that suppress their weirdness to be normal. And isn't that a pretty sad way to live? Paintbrush puke. Gotta get this off my chest. You have great legs. Well, thank you. Yeah, I suppose out of everything on my body, that's probably the one thing that is the most impressive. Not by asking stupid questions like that. No, not a stupid question either. Remember, people are boring? Yeah, well, the frustrating thing is they make themselves so. I can tell you how frustrating it is to talk to somebody and know for a fact that they've got interesting things to say. They just refuse to because they want to be normal. And it's just like, man, fuck that. I want to know what you think. Stop giving me the right answer and give me the real answer.
Lesson 1, mop jockeys. You are under the ocean now.
Damn it, I wanted to hear that.
At last, a signal.
Alright,
You,
Tannenbaum.
who are bringing this dead city to life, listen.
You get to
My
see more of
name,
the outside
it is
of
Tannenbaum. I know
Rapture
who you
too. It's
are,
pretty cool. There's
and
more
I
outside
am
the
in
windows.
much need of your help. Please, find me in the Atlantic Express.
Oh, thank you, Grumpy Drunk.
Train
Yeah, I
station.
tried in House Bane. I tried to be good. I would like to do more stuff like that. I live in small town Pennsylvania, and it's always like, Jesus, people can be stick in the muds. I hear you, man. No, I grew up in a small town too. I know how it is. There's a lot of, not necessarily exactly what I was saying, but close to it. It's just a lot of, there's a lot going on there, and you're a special person, but you're suppressing a lot of that because you feel like you have to, and that's a bummer. Hey, thanks, chum. Town in 11 has less than 1,000 people. Joey, I think that's about the size of the town I grew up in. I was looking at an R18 part of a website and I found this pic set. What is it of? Is it of something I need to cosplay? Because that's important.
To my daughter, Eleanor, soon you will be born, and Rapture will be your home. You shall be raised as
I gotta
I
click on
was,
this.
to
Kala, what you got?
advance the common good
Goodness.
through social psychiatry.
Is this
sixth
inflation
potential
plus
is
bondage?
immeasurable,
What's going on
Eleanor.
here?
Yet our beliefs are unwelcome
I suppose I
here.
could cosplay that, yeah.
Life will be difficult, but the price of revolution is always dear. If we are patient with her, Rapture will come to us.
Gogooch says, well, that is an actual normal person who is struggling, but a real normie is someone of the millennial generation who have no personality or nothing that defines them, like any standard high schooler now who just likes really shit rap and talks and spells with horrible grammar. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough because I remember feeling exactly like you did. I don't know how old you are, but if you're in high school, certainly I felt that way when I was there. I would say give people time. Give people time to settle into themselves. I don't know. It's tough because I fall a couple of ways on it. I've known some people, without naming names or anything, but it's just like, man, you are a simple person. You're just a simple person, and you'll never not be simple, because you're totally cool with being simple. All you want to do is eat food, fuck, get drunk, and go to sleep. That is all you want to do. That is all you think about.
This is Dr.
And there's no room. Like, you have no mental inventory to even go beyond that.
Remember,
And even if you did, you wouldn't want to. You'd walk away from
think
it.
of me not as leader, but as mother.
Alright, man.
of your family.
I mean, you do you or whatever. But, shit. Okay. I don't know, as depressive as it is, I don't believe that every individual is, like, sparkling and amazing. There's a lot of just folk out there, and that's fine. That's not bad. But there's some folk. And all they want to be is folk. That's cool. I meant more real people in 1 year of college and all of high school. Well, no fear. I would attribute that more to those were high school people that became real people. That's just what happens when you get older. It's easy to pass judgment when you're young, because most people are still trying to figure themselves out. Was it a party thrown by people from work? Terrible in social situations, but I ended up learning a lot about people once I was kind of thrust into it. Point is, people I thought were normal and boring were just that at work. Ended up having a good time. People can also surprise you, and that typically, I find that people are on autopilot a lot of the time. Oh yeah, the rivet gun.
Sometimes I drift away and feel I'm back on the old, my dear Elise.
They're used to scripted encounters, scripted conversations, and if you can break them out of the playlist, it can be a pretty great experience. And people can shock you with their understanding and appreciation of things, I think. It certainly happened to me before. There are a lot of moments where you're like, wow, I'm not as smart as I thought I was. When you like think you can size everyone up just by hearing them talk for a couple of minutes. I think in general people are a lot smarter than you give them credit for, and they're also a lot stupider than you might hope that they would be. It's kind of both. That's how people are great. Yeah, people can shock you. Yes, I had lightning hands, it's true. Look at that. Animal magnetism. Get the bitches swinging off the dick. There we go.
I am back in Rapture after so many years. The little ones I rescued are grown up, and think of me no more. After what I once did to them, it was a joy to be forgotten. But now, all around the world, children vanish by the sea, kidnapped. And so I return, in fear of what I already know. Someone is making new little ones, continuing my work, my sins. Even if I am to die for it, I must stop them.
Looks like I'm glistening. No, I'm not sweaty. I think it's just the lighting. Also, I had a Tyrannus Gaming. Huh? Yeah, it was a beauty day. It was a home spa day. I had skin treatments, so I'm all shiny now. Oh, here we go. Cause linking more shit. I gotta click on that. Oh, my goodness. You know, if there's one thing I love about Japanese porn, that's that even when they draw big dicks, it's just like kind of normal dicks by every other standard. It's like, aw, that's cute. You think you drew a giant cock, but it's just kind of a normal cock. As long as you've ever watched one of my streams. Yeah, this one's going a little long, huh? It's okay, though. Got some makeup to do. On a whole, like, fucking month and a half, I was completely out of the game.
Barely made it down alive. But here it is. And it's real. Rapture. This is where that thing took my poor baby girl. From what I saw in the sub, most of the city's in ruins. But there were lights here and there. And shapes moving. I'm rambling, scared, I guess. But maybe, if I find this Dr. Lamb I keep hearing over the PA, I'll find Cindy too.
Never let that month and a half happen again. I don't get to choose, man. Also, it was a worthy month and a half. I got to be in House of Pain. I got to be in $1 Million Butt. It's 1 a.m. The AC in my apartment is broken. It's 86 degrees. I'm glistening for all the wrong reasons. Somebody shoot me in the head. Well, there you go. Yeah. Even though my glisten is due to a mask and poor treatment from Stephanie, let's say that it's the first official stream of summer or whatever. So I mean we've got a couple of fans here in the apartment. It got toasty today. No joke. Normally I'd wimp out and go to sleep like a fully functioning adult, but not tonight. Tonight I'm going balls out. You mean Buzz Balls Out? Official sponsor of this stream. Currently enjoying... Sorry?
What has been the best flavor so far since I got you that whole collection?
Well, let me recall here. I started with Crayon Blaster. That was okay. Went on to Lotta Colada, which was pretty good. I enjoyed that. But I do think my favorite so far is Peach Balls, because I just like peach-flavored things.
And balls.
Mm-hmm. Also balls. How long has the stream been going? Right now, I've been live for 3.5 hours. Oh yeah, Dr. Levin, I didn't know you were in Texas. Great segue into my ad read. Man, if this stream were sponsored by Buzzballs, I'd be way more fucked up at this point. I can't... So, let me pause for a second. There are a number of moments in my life that are so absurd that I can't recount them. Like, I can't make sense of them. Basically, every time I go to an RTX, it's just 3 days of, I don't even know how to rectify this. This is something that isn't fair. Like, I don't think I earned this. I don't know, imagine if you guys went to a convention that was maybe not explicitly for you, but when you were there or attached to it, suddenly you became a celebrity within the confines of that thing. How much money would you pay for that? To be a celebrity for a weekend? And yet, that's something I get to do. It just doesn't make sense. It's absurd. So, as much as somebody like Buzzballs sponsoring me just fucking getting tore up and playing video games makes no sense to me, I guess the way my life's going, that might actually happen at some point. Celebrity for working $100 tops? Wow. I'm actually kind of impressed. So much chat. Seems like they wouldn't want that at all. Just know, I would only go to RTX because Funhouse and a meetup if you do one. Oh, shit. Well, I guess I have to then. Are you going to try for a no-death run? Lie, I'm doing a no-Vita Chamber run, but I'll probably die at some point. Does the celebrity status come with lots of hot nerd orgies? I mean, Skylands, probably. Not for me, though. Did Buzzballs really sponsor me? No. I was being facetious. Nope, keyframing got a little wonky there. No, these Buzzballs are courtesy of Stephanie finding them in, what, a gas station or a liquor store or something?
Big sister doesn't want you playing with me.
Damn, I hope that's going to go on the mic. It's pretty loud in the game right now. Stephanie is an angel. Oh, fuck, that is doing almost no damage. Shit, man. This is actually okay. Drill. Okay, so it's just a scripted thing. Oh, that sucked. B, you don't have to pay your artist celebrity. So does Zaxby. The Zaxby meetup last year was pretty good.
Big sister is always watching. To steal Adam is to steal from the Rapture family. Your family.
Now you put the screws to me. I'm gonna have to do that.
Diane insisted that we spend the weekend at the Adonis. And already I find myself seeking a respite from my vacation. But she deems it necessary to chide me for working. The words dissolve into an endless animal bleat.
I founded Rapture to be free of law and God, to live among those for whom work is our wage. Yet, when Diane speaks of bearing my child, I am given pause. Till now I had never considered my legacy. Perhaps after the new year.
That's right, dude. All your sweet fucking blog posts about the power of wages. Oh, you're not going to RTX? Alright, well, I guess I'm not playing anything then. Oh yeah, JD, this game is steeped in 1984. The main character's name is Andrew Ryan for a reason. He is the Ayn Randian, the Fountainhead, like, celebration of self, red pillar subreddit jackass manifested into a single human being. Are people allowed to leave this place when they want? They never touch on that, but I think the assumption is yes. But I think also the implication is that if you wanted to leave, it's prohibitively expensive to do so, because you're on the bottom of the ocean. Yeah. It's a whole, like, non-union work thing from the 20s and stuff. Communist Hedonist 84 seems neat. The communist aspect is the other cult of personality. So, Bioshock introduced Andrew Ryan, who was all about a man should be entitled to the merits of his work. Like, no social programs, none of that shit. No government, no nothing. Just work, money, and let the free market decide what it is. So, you know, every like, edgy neckbeard on the internet. Basically everything they've ever wanted.
Fuck off! God damn it!
The sequel has a different sort of philosophical figurehead in it. And she's all about sacrificing the individual for the sake of the mass of society. So that's more the communistic angle. Jesus Christ. Stuff gets angry. Do you see why we're such a good couple though? She's just playing video games. This is so weird, man. I swear to God. I swear to God. Every human being does that shit when they play games. Every human being does it. But you see somebody else do it and all of a sudden, oh, you're so salty, you're so angry. Man, bullshit. Everybody yells at games. And it
Fucking damn it!
especially if you're playing on hard. Come on. She's playing a game that's challenging her. Oh shit, Bruce texted me? Fuck. Oh shit, I don't have Battlegrounds installed. Hold on a minute. He did send a text though, that's awesome.
Also, when you respawn, your health is not at 100%.
Really? From the Vita chamber?
Uh-huh. Well, you don't have Vita chambers. This isn't the same.
It's a version of Rapture that doesn't have
I
one?
with half my health, so I get shot once and I'm basically dead. Until
Okay.
I can find more health.
Ah, shit. I never bought Battlegrounds. Oh, that's $30. Well, Joey, Jaegerbomb number, who knows? Cheers! Cheers! I wish I could do a shot with, but I've just got a buzzballs. Although I think we're basically drinking approximately the same ABV. What does Jaeger clock in at? 35. Okay, so we're close. We're close. This is 20.
Hell yeah, Shop Jockey. God, I like Shop Jockey.
Yeah, good. It's a good
Makes me
stun.
feel like a Jedi.
Shit. I need my wallet to
Oh,
buy Battlegrounds. Sorry?
I'm like, having Shop Jockey means that I can be like a Sith, like lightning hands.
Yeah, you can. If you ever played Titan Souls, yes. That's the game that's basically nothing but Dark Souls boss fights, right? Oh yeah, Joey. No, you absolutely don't have to give me Battlegrounds. I appreciate the offer though. No, it's more like I just need to walk across the apartment and get my wallet. Also, I don't want to like. don't want to... I don't want to be a burden. Because I'm not going to be like the most pro gamer right now. But, alright. I'm going to... Hold on. Feel like no more heroes? Let me click on this.
Oh, my Elizabeth. Jesus.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I can't remember her name from No More Heroes 2. She was pretty awesome, though. Gosh. She's very accommodating. 4 dicks. She is taking. Good for her. Well done. But let me throw this into the be right back for a second. I'll go get my wallet, buy this thing on Steam, let it start downloading, and then we'll be back to Bioshock 2 for a bit. We'll see what happens.
What?
Okay. Purchase made. Download occurring. Back at it. B says, could you guys go real mini golfing for a video after all the golfing gameplays? That would be pretty cool. Have you thought about doing that? I have, yeah. I would love to do that. I genuinely like mini golf. I think that'd be fun. Problem is, there's a lot of overhead involved with that.
In that suit, even the ocean cannot harm you. This is good. But rapture is the death of many great men. Alone, you will not last long. You can still reach the train station. Find me there.
20 balls deep and I 2.5. Alright, so this isn't just hentai, but in porn when it's a threesome. Hold on a minute. I'll watch this guy fucking these splicers up. There's always the perfect triangle where everyone involved is giving and receiving fairly. It's a peak for human sexual intercourse. Oh yeah, it's almost like they plan it and they know what they're doing. Hey, good job. Well done. Looks like a Rosie? No, the one that has the grenade launcher? I don't know. I'd love to see Lawrence throw a golf club and get it stuck halfway through a windmill. Yeah. Similar things have happened already in real life. I've certainly raged out at mini golf before. I think for me, if we were to do something like that, my I think my gimmick for that video would be I'm gonna try to finish a whole bottle of gin before we like finish this 18 holes of mini golf or whatever. Like that's my challenge to myself, and then whatever happens happens. But the problem is I have to work after that. Can't really just throw everything out. Our fruit tree just finished Blade Runner, and I'm watching you stream. What a perfect Saturday night. And Dr. Paris says Blade Runner is dope. Blade Runner is dope. Fruit tree, I'm curious. So for me, Blade Runner is one of those movies where every time I watch it, I discover something new. Some new detail I never picked up on, something about it. So, Fruit Free. I've been fucking it up this whole time. What detail did you discover this in your viewing of Blade Runner this time? Also, was it the one with the voiceover, or was it the director's cut? Man. Jesus Christ. So in all of Bioshock 1, you still never get a vista like this of Rapture. Even in the intro. Man, it's just amazing. How do you feel about the trend of Monster Girl stuff? Like it's grown so big after just 2 years? It's anime. Shit's happened before. This is not the first time that a weird trend has gripped the anime world. It was like, you know, all the handicapped girls with Katawa Shoujo. Heterochromia was a big thing for a while. This is nothing new. To me, it's just the next thing. There was also, like, making anime girls out of World War II era military hardware. Battleships and planes and all that crap. It's been happening before. To me, it's just the next thing. What version should you watch? Theatrical or Final Cut? I don't know which one. Help me, please. I would say... it's tough. Dr. Pear, I agree. I would suggest watching all the cuts. I would say maybe watch the theatrical the first time. No. How much time are you willing to invest? So, you watch the Final Cut? Okay, great. I would say if you want to watch the movie twice, watch Final Cut first and then theatrical, because there's a lot of nuance to the setting that you won't really get if you just watch the movie. But the voiceover in the theatrical cut does help a lot to explain some of the stuff about the setting. It does kind of help shake all that stuff out. There's a lot of implicit stuff in the scenes. If you're really sharp and you're paying a whole lot of attention, you can figure that stuff out. A lot of that stuff you're just going to have to kind of figure is the case. For me, I watched the version without the VO and then with the VO, and that was a pretty great way to get exposed to that film. Colin, that's a really good question. How do you suck air into your ass? I didn't think you could. Huh. Never seen it in full, so theatrical first? Yeah. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Unless you're already... Unless you're already dedicated to watching that movie multiple times, I would say start with theatrical. It was intended for people who aren't familiar with the world and the lore and all that shit. You've accidentally sucked air into your vagina
Herr
before.
Delta. You arrive as the little one said you
I can
would.
see that being shocking. Yeah.
Come upstairs to the ticket booth. And
Arch
I
your
will
butt
offer
up
what
on
I
all
know of
fours
you.
like Gavin said. Oh, wait, Gavin has sucked air into his butt before? Man. So many things are discussed that I just don't know about. I really like that crunchy sound. Leader of Jaeger gone. Last shot. Dude! I would suggest drink a lot of water. I mean, you probably know what you're doing, but still. I don't want you to get all fucked up. Gavin said he relaxed his anus, but he was wet, so maybe water plays a part. So Gavin did the impossible. He sucked air into his butt. And then... So it's kind of like sucking air into your stomach so you can burp.
Where is she already?
Well, okay. Been doing this for a while. I know what I'm doing. Really enjoy your streams. Alright, Joey. Right on, man. I don't know. Just, Jaeger is one of those things that people can get a little too heavy with because it's sweet.
Now most who survive are like this. Splicers. They're drug addicts.
Hold on a minute. This is how you suck air. You saw this live. You were in the fucking clip. Oh.
Fucking shit so goddamn close. Ugh.
So many sequels of old properties are coming out, so I have to go back and watch all those movies.
Vicious animals.
It's more like you open your anus up, then ambient air pressure fills up the void. Okay, so you open the gates and the air comes in on its own. Okay. So you don't have to inhale. That's true. I don't remember. Memory's all gone. Interesting. Interesting.
You can sometimes trick the security system into opening a door, but you must have the proper tool.
Okay. I need got darn beans. Don't usually like sweet, but my mom bought it for me, so it'd be rude not to kill it. Whiskey guy normally? Alright, I hear you. Yeah, I guess if I had a bottle of Jaeger, I'd probably just take it at a shot, too. Like one night. Magical Jaeger night. 8, stuff in the green section. Okay. Oh yeah. That's right, I remember. They really wanted to speed up the hacking game. There it is, okay. Uh-oh. Yep. Look at that. Shit. Yep. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, the stream is fucking up now. I was worried about that, so I started the Steam download, and I hoped that it wouldn't be a factor, but it looks like it is. Man, it was good for so long, and now it's just awful. Alright. I'm gonna give it a second. Hopefully the waves will subside. Man, maybe I tempted fate. Shit. I was worried about this. I really didn't want this to be an issue, but maybe it will now. Damn it. I'm just gonna wait for a bit. Hopefully the storm will pass. Maybe throttle the download. Stefano, I already was. So, fingering isn't hard. Just put finger in. Doing it well is the question. Well, yeah, I mean, there's more to it. Plus, you have more tools available to yourself. Oh, damn it, it's doing the thing. It's doing the thing. So here's the thing that it does. It, like, it gets to, like, okay status, and then it'll cruise for a bit, and then it'll just hit this, like, no, can't handle it anymore. Fuck, man, it's doing the thing. Okay. Sorry, guys, I'm watching the network traffic right now. Trying to see if it'll stabilize here. Once it starts doing this shit, it just gets really rocky for a while. I've killed my Steam download, so hopefully it'll get more normal here. Seems to be pretty good now. What kind of internet plan do you have? If it's okay to ask. So it's tough to answer because it's like through the apartment complex. So I don't have a modem in my apartment. There's like a modem for this building, and it's just networked down to my apartment. So I have a network drop and a router, and that's it. Which means that all the internet routing is handled by something else, which means I don't have a whole lot of information or control over the data flowing into and out of my apartment. No hiccups since you paused? There have been a couple. I just don't think they've been very identifiable. It just kind of like, it's weird. I can kind of see it coming. God damn it. There it is again. There's another bump. The clitoris is just below the belly button. For anyone who hasn't found it. Yes, just below. So if your hand's snaking on down, hit the belly button, good. And then maybe a ½ inch, and there it is. Just stay in that area. Just like start massaging. Just flatten your palm out on the lower stomach area, and just do just like a huge wax on motion. Just giant circles, counterclockwise. Counterclockwise. And that'll drive the ladies crazy. God damn it. Yeah. Shit, man. Twitch transmissions getting real spicy now. It seems like everything's fine until it's not fine, and once it's not fine, it's never fine again. Jesus Christ. Grow your nails as much as you can before you go to finger someone? Absolutely. For me, it's more like, I would say grow them out, and then maybe just like with your teeth gnaw on them a little bit, get them all like jagged, get them nice and roughed up, so it just like cuts everything. That's what women love, texture. That's why they put bumps on condoms. So the more like jangled up your fingernails are, the better. Shit. Okay, I might have to cut stream because it's not coming back. It's just been shit for a while. What the fuck, man? So fucking weird. No recommended changes. Your connection is excellent. No, it's not. Maybe our chat is angered Twitch. No, believe me, it gets worse than this. It just says unstable. That's the thing. It's almost like once you get relegated into an unstable connection, they never let you get back to stability. Don't worry about direct contact. Some ladies don't care for that. It's true. I would say, you know, you're working south. You're working south. And then just move off about a foot and hover. A lot of hover stimulation. Just like just air stim. That's what I call it. It's great. Women love it. And yeah, make sure you wear a glove. Joker, thank you. Can't be too safe. Just like a big latex dishwashing glove. Nothing says it's sex time aside from wearing 2 giant yellow gloves. Shit. Okay, well, I am going to try one thing. I'm going to cut the stream and bring it back. And if that doesn't work, that might be it for tonight. And I apologize, guys, if that is it for tonight. But I invited this upon myself. I had a doubt, and I ignored it. So, okay. Stream's going to go down. Yeah, yell at the pussy. Hey! Come! He's not coming back. I might come back, Kala. Well, I know explicitly I'm going to come back to see if it's better. But we'll see. So, stream's going to go down. And I'm repeating myself because I know that there's some lag involved. But stream's going to go down. And, hopefully it'll come back and be ultra stable. Hold on, it just hit its peak, bandwidth. Let me see if it holds here for a second. Maybe it's fine now. Second that graph dips, though, I ain't having it. Basically, to me, the sign of stability is if it hits the bit stream it's supposed to, which is about 665 megabit, and stays there. Because when it's losing packets, it dives to nothing, and then it spikes because it's trying to catch up in a weird way. So it's like sending a burst of video packets to try and make sure that. And I think that only hurts because Twitch gets no data, then it gets too much, and then it can like grab all that stuff. So for the past 10 seconds, it's been really smooth though. Gotta go find that router thing and finger it. No, I just like I finger the aura of it. So I'm just here, about a foot away. Okay, I think it's good now, actually. Everything's pretty smooth. The bummer is I had to kill the download, so I probably can't play Battlegrounds tonight. Just get Google Fiber. Fuck, man, if they bring it to LA, I will. I already used them for my cell. That prep video with Subject was so good. Okay, good. I hope so. I didn't want it to be, It's weird, right? I'm okay with being the heel. I'm okay with being the bad guy. I'm okay with being pathetic. You know? These are all things I sort of think that I have an edge on, given that that's also kind of my life. But it's such a fine art to play that in balance with other characters. Hold on, Kala's got another pasteboard link for me. Damn! Hold on a minute. Alexis dos Santos. What? Shit. I like his like challenging gaze as he's holding his dick with his entire palm. Anyway. I love that you called it a heel considering I just watched the RT doc. Yeah, it's I think dating back to our like drunk Mario Kart video. That's kind of it, right? Like, I'm the nerd, I'm the douchebag, I'm the guy like shoving up my glasses and correcting everyone with a really nasally tone. As much as that's me in real life, it's also like... It's also, that's what I identify as having the most utility. Why'd you gotta go in on that kid in the comments show? Inadvertently felt like shit. Well, good pal, is that because you also use adblock? So I only went in on that kid because
we reject the gene. We reject
hold on a minute.
The self. We reject the tyrant.
Because I have a dog in the fight. And this is kind of how it changes for everybody, right? When it comes to YouTube content, we turn that around pretty quick. If somebody wants to watch that with ad block, okay, whatever, man. I guess I can't stop you. It's kind of shitty. I worked hard on that stuff, but I worked for like a day and a half on that. It's pretty disposable content. For the RT doc, dude, I suffered for that. I suffered and I tried to make that the best thing I could.
Isolated.
And I think there's something really valuable there. And to just so one-dimensionally ask for that for free. Just like, dude. At least, if you know me and you know James, you know that we gave a lot to that. Maybe respect that a little bit, and at least have a little shame in asking for that for free. But no, you're not. So whatever.
Now they clamor for
I don't know. I saw that stuff and I'm just like, okay. Doesn't surprise me, but still. I got something to say.
Or the Cheka police vanishing them in the night.
I don't know. I've known the type. I've known the people.
Said to be the foremost practitioner in her.
No job. Sit at home. Consume media. And on the basis of that consumption, feel entitled to more media. If all you're doing is sitting there and eating, you're just soaking in the output of others. Maybe it's time to lean back and think a little bit. Not necessarily that you should feel ashamed of anything, but also, God, what a tragedy. What a tragedy to have a life and to use it on nothing than consumption. Hold on. Why is everybody spamming Colonel Lingus in chat? What's going on here? I specifically turn off ad block for Funhouse, but the other bits kind of hit on point for me, and they're just going damn at the end. Yeah, I'm sorry if it was too harsh. I don't know. This is gonna be a bit self-indulgent. I know that's rare for me. But I know how to blow that kind of thinking up because I'm that kind of person. Or at least I was close to it. I don't know. I don't want to make anyone... Hold on, I gotta pause for this, because this is kind of an important topic. I don't want to make anyone... I never intended to make anyone feel like they had to question their right to be alive. And I know that's an issue for a lot of people. Especially people that maybe are not proud of their lifestyle, but slip into that lifestyle. I've got no job, I've got no friends, I'm just down here in my basement, and all I do is watch movies and watch anime and read books. That's it. That's my life. I didn't ever meant to, for the people that want to get out of that, but are in that lifestyle, I never meant to make them feel bad about it. But there is a select group of people that live that lifestyle and feel totally okay with it. Those are the people that I meant to, maybe put a little thorn into. And if you're gonna hate me for it, fine. Or tell me that I don't know what I'm doing. Should I kill myself? I'm not a NEET. I've got a job. Am I a failure? Skylance, you're not a failure, dude. No human is a failure. Intrinsically. NEET are not failures. They just, for one reason or another, there's some tool that they needed to develop that they didn't. Don't have to apologize. Too many people lack empathy. They need to be called out on their bullshit. Those are the people mostly that I wanted to flame out. Man, if all you're going to do is sponge off of what we do, and specifically in this case, sponge off of my pain, fuck off. Fuck off. You don't mean anything. I don't need you at all. If you're going to download the thing that I worked on for free, if you're going to watch my content with adblock, you are worth nothing to me. I mean, you're a human being, and that has value. And if we could meet face to face, I would talk to you. And hopefully learn something from you, because you're a human and you have your own impressions and your own ideas, and that's great. But right now, dog, if you're going out of your way to give me nothing, and I'm not even asking that much, I'm just asking disable adblock, sit through something. If your time is all you have to spend, and you're choosing to not spend it on anything that could help me, when I made something for you, damn. That is something that is just untenable. I don't know how you rectify that. I'm not even asking you for money. I'm just asking you for time. Watch an ad. But you're proud of the fact you don't. So what's that about? You know? Now you're rubbing it in my face that you're going out of your way to fuck me over. How am I supposed to react to that? A view isn't nothing? So, Neo Symbio, you're not wrong about that. But the thing that I wanted to drive a stake against, really, is the idea that consuming is valuable. And that's some deep American shit. when there's this crop of dudes. I say dudes, which is not fair. I'm sure some women think this way too, but there's some guys who think that you should be grateful that I watched your thing, even though I turned on ad block and downloaded it from a torrent. The fact that I even watched it is valuable. And being on the other side of it, no, it's not. No, it's not. Not even a little bit. Especially when you're bragging about how you went out of your way to make it less valuable to me by just disabling all ads and downloading it from a website. Cool. I don't know. A lot of people have died on that hill. Didn't mean to be one, but Average Gamer Joe just joining the stream and watching Bruce play Battlegrounds. You gonna join him? I wanted to. Actually, let me follow up on that. I wanted to, but downloading that shit on Steam killed my stream. So I'd either have to stop streaming for a little bit, or where the fuck did I put my phone? There it is. It's like when people justify pirating video games because they don't want to support the publisher/studio, but they still want to play the game through a backwards way of thinking. Yeah, Dr. 11. Hold on a minute. One second. Alright. Sorry. I don't know, for me it's just...
Sand marks you a dead man. 10 years, Subject Delta. Since I watched
probably
you
throttle the download. I already did. I guess I could throttle it even more, but I'm scared. Twitch has been really touchy lately. I was already throttling, yeah.
I don't know how you survived, but your suffering is over now. These men will ease your burden.
I guess...
Please understand that like all I have done, this is an act of love.
I'd be much more empathetic as well.
It is Sophia Lamb. She has found you.
Except the way that the system is constructed now, it is more effort to deny any kind of shit. What the fuck is going on here? Do I see the death? Oh, okay. It is more effort to play outside of the rules, to install ad block and block all that shit, than just be a normal video consumer. And how hard is it to just sit through 30 seconds? Man. Touching on that point, I'm not a true NEET, but being 25 with no real life outside of work, menial call center job, I don't think I have any real prospects, so I feel like I fall under that category. I hear you, man. It's rough when you put some years into being a working adult and it just feels like it's the same thing every day. Yeah, it's tough. The routine is so comfortable.
Now you know of the enemy we share, Sophia Lamb. The camera in your helmet allows me to watch through your eyes and help you to fight her.
Oh yeah, the BDSM test. I need to take that. See what I'm into. Yeah, I never wanted anyone to feel... I never wanted anyone to feel like I was mocking those who don't feel like their life has meaning. Because to be frank, I'm a nihilist, man. Nobody's life has a meaning. It's all about the meaning you give to yourself. And as depressing as that sounds, it's also kind of liberating. Because that means as long as you're living the life you want, that's truth, right? That's the ultimate meaning. And no one can question that. Man, fuck that. So, I mean, if whatever you find meaning in, even if your job isn't a call center, that doesn't matter. If you go home and paint, or if you go out and fucking rollerblade, or, I don't know, play guitar, whatever makes you feel like that's what you're on this earth to do. Also knowing that it's not that simple. Sometimes...
Careful. Security cameras belong to Lamb. But if you are clever, They can be made to serve you.
Sometimes the point is finding what that is, because not everybody just stumbles upon that. So that's valuable too. It's just a job for the sake of being a job. It's nothing really that sustainable, just barely above minimum wage. It's more that I hit the nail on the head of how I feel about myself, so I got kind of bummed out. More of a self-inflicted wound in regard because I chose to do nothing with my free time. Well, good. I did not mean to be that lash against you specifically. But if something about that made you feel like maybe breaking out of your routine and trying something, I think that's great.
Someone there?
So I'm not saying you have to, certainly you don't. But oh, hold on. Oh boy. College BDSM test results. I need to figure this out. Switch, vanilla, voyeur, dominant. Submissive. I don't know what switch is. I'm gonna have to look that up. Voyeur, interesting. Vanilla, also interesting. Hey Stephanie?
Yeah.
What does switch mean in BDSM terms? Sexual terms?
Wait, what are you talking about?
I don't know. There's a test that tells you what BDSM flavor you're into. That's not mine, by the way. Oh, Fright Shark says Switch goes back and forth between Dom and Sub. Oh, okay. Just whatever's clever. Oh, that's cool. I'm waiting for all these. Let them do the killing for me. Say gas. Gotta conserve. Which is all about them Joy-Cons. That's what Google said. Yeah. I've got so many rivets. I can't even carry them. With this fucking ammo limit on rivets. Come on. Hold on. Gifts being thrown in. Some hella eyebrows. Yeah, it looks like the stream's been pretty reliable. Gosh. It really does seem like if I've got any other transfers going on, it's just gonna, Twitch is gonna get real cantankerous until it's your craziest sex story or we're all leaving. Well, and I'm sorry because you'll just have to leave. I have a pretty good set of things that or a pretty good dividing line between things that are private and public, and that stuff's private. That's me stuff. Plus, it's, I don't know, there's not a great mystery there. I don't have a long and diverse sexual history, and I don't want anything I say to be directly interpreted as referring to people. So, that will stay private. On that note, I have to use the bathroom. Sounds like network shaping, or maybe just quality service provided for apartments infrastructure. Could be either. Yeah. Skoda, I've definitely got that impression that when there was network spikes from my apartment or my IP or whatever, that they throttle me down real hard, and they get really weird about it for a while. So yeah, I think there's like throttling shit going on within this building that's beyond what I can handle. What kind of alcoholic beverage can be made from milk? Well, sir, you can make a White Russian. That's the first one that comes to mind, and pretty much the only one. A gentleman never tells, indeed. Unless it's, you know, like, funny. Alright, I gotta take a break, use the bathroom, and, on to my 4th buzzball, so I will let you guys know what that is when I come back. Joker is dominant and primal. Rawr. Boy/girl, master/mistress. I don't know what that means. Sadist. Interesting. So you just want to whiplash a whole crew full of women. Alright, 3 balls deep. Number 4 coming up. See you guys soon.
Worlds Chat's the first program that Worlds produced for the public to download for free from our website. And the basic idea is take the concept of chat over the internet to a whole new area, which is into a 3D space where you can really move around and see three-dimensional representations of the people you're talking with. When you start the program, you start in the avatar gallery, and this is the first example of our core technology, which is a 3D scene that you can move through quite naturally just by moving the mouse. And on the walls of the avatar gallery are a set of portraits, which are characters you can choose to enter the space. There are some that are more fanciful, like the computer-rendered penguin, and some that are more natural, which are actual photographs of people. I always choose the fish, but that's just me. So now I have beamed into the center of the hub, as we call it, the space station. So each one of the avatars you see in the space with the name labels are all other people using the program in real time as we speak, all over the world. The space station's fairly large. You can walk out into the hallway, run up the stairs. I'm gonna run over to one of the platform destination areas. So these people are all logged into the same world, and we can converse to them by typing on the keyboard. So I've spotted somebody named Perky, who I noticed shares the same avatar that I had. When I walked into the room, I said hello, and Perky replied to me and said hi. And I told him that it's good to meet a fellow fish, and he said that he's just taking a break from the ocean. So he must be a seagoing fish. So that concludes an introduction to the product Worlds Chat and what it's about.
People like you that want a contest on some website.
On the main stage, a special short made by the creators of Red vs. Blue was screening for the crowd.
You won't regret this.
Hey, Graham! Where are you?
Following the clip, Epic's own Mark Rain and Cliffy B took the main stage with Gears of War, featuring demos from TGS and XO5. Although we had seen the demos before, this time the XO5 demo had a bit more at the end, including a ride on a rail car.
Oh boy, okay. We back at it. Buzzball of the moment is Pineapple Passion.
Is it okay?
I haven't had it yet.
Oh.
So, this is the 4th of 6th, potentially. The other two were, well, I won't ruin it. Hopefully I'll get to it. They have amusingly double entendre names. Pineapple Passion doesn't, unless you just count passion. What is a Buzzball? It's like really sugary malt liquor. It's like a Four Loko in a slight sphere.
I know you're awake in there. I can feel it. Mother won't be able to toy with you like
exploding
that
moose?
ever again. This plasmid is for you. If I'm right, you can use it now. Please, find me.
So, the good thing about these is, they look like juice, so you can just walk around and drink them. And they're really sugary and pretty alcoholic. So, It's basically, yeah, it's like the Four Loko of shit. Not super into the buzzball. Makes me think less of me. That's fine. I don't give a shit. I've had enough straight liquor drinks. Tried Twisted Tea for the first time tonight. It was not very good, but I drank 2 because I don't want to admit that I wasted the money. Wow. That's very pineapple-y. It's very sweet. That's basically what I thought. Feel like you need a Kingdom Hearts emote? Either of these perk your interest for finding interesting. Well, Chris, right now I cannot add any new emotes because I'm at my limit. If, like a gang of people sub, which is not an invitation, but that's kind of what it will take. Ah, yes, telekinesis. I never really latched on to telekinesis. Never really my thing. It seemed to, too volatile. I prefer the guaranteed damage and the stun of Electro Bolt. Yeah, they don't have finger. Kala, I dedicated a fucking emote to you. Should feel very, very humbled. Well, thank you, Gidaru. Yeah, they're gonna roll out those like mega subs. Maybe I'll get a shitload of emotes for that. I know Undead Mesh offered to do some emotes for me. Maybe I can contract her for that.
Kindergarten full of cutesy little brats.
Right.
And live happy ever after. His pet. End of story.
Man, that sentry's a trooper. Wicker Man, you gotta call it a night? Alright. Thanks for watching. Congratulations on plugging through that bottle of Jaeger. Hopefully you had a good night.
There would be no rapture without me.
Joey, 2 steps. 100 bits for the story of the drunkest I've ever been. 100 more if I make you laugh.
City without the Atlantic Express. Ryan took his first grand tour on my flagship coach.
Well, I'm gonna be clear.
These days,
I would do this with or without the bits, so for the rest of chat, please don't interpret that this is a way to cajole me into doing things, because it's not gonna work. But the drunkest I've ever been was the night I played Edward Four Loko Hands.
Private vehicle craze will
If you are... It's me with the Jag? Oh, sorry, Joe. Oh, shit, Joe, you're right. I apologize. I got it all mixed up. Wicker, that was not you with the Jaeger. I'm sorry. I got twisted. I apologize to you both. Pretty shitty of me to mix that up. But yes, thank you for contributing to chat. Being a rad person. Yeah, a bit of a faux pas on my part. But yes, you know that game, but not with Edward Four Loko. Yeah, no. So there's Edward 40 hands, which is when you tape 2 40s to your hands. Which means you must finish these 40s before you can do anything else because you need your hands. That includes going to the bathroom. So I was like, back in Dallas I have a pretty cool friend, and I was like, hey, let's play Edward 40 hands. But she, you know, she's awesome, but I had to accommodate for the difference in body mass, and I was like, tell you what, I'll give myself a handicap. I'll play Edward Four Loko hands, you be Edward 40 hands. So she was doing like Miller High Lifes, I had 2 Four Lokos. You had your girlfriend at the time help you use the bathroom. Wow, okay. That's one way to do it. So I think it was a Four Loko and an ice, I think? I'm not sure, I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember for a reason. So, I put on remember my friend and I got all taped up. We were ready to compete, and I came to play. I came to win. And before we got started, I remember we put on, or rather I put on, the Insane Clown Posse movie, Big Money Wrestlers. It was on Netflix. So I put it on the TV, and then the time was on. I was ready to go. So I had a Four Loko in one hand, and I think a Bud Ice in the other. Or Natty Ice. And I fucking slammed it back. Within like 5 minutes, I had finished both my drinks. And I was like, booyah! Booyah! And everything was cool for a little bit. And then I was like, okay, cool, I won, awesome. I should drink some water. And I got up, and I went to the sink. I turned on the water. And I put one hand on one side of the sink and one hand on the other. And then that's like, hit me like a fucking brick. And I remember staring at the water coming out of the sink, or out of the faucet, and being like, I have to drink that. And suddenly, there was such a disconnection between the impulse, that water needs to go in my mouth, and the reality, how do I do that? And I just remember staring at the water coming out of the faucet, and not being able to reconcile those two things. I don't understand. What can I do between the water falling into the sink and going down the drain, and knowing that it needs to go into my body? And that's the last thing I remember. That's the only time in my entire life I've gotten blackout. I don't even think I was that blacked out, because I didn't get that far and I didn't do that much. I was pretty much just out. The next memory I have is being on the floor in the bathroom, looking up and seeing a toilet above me, and being like, oh, I have to throw up in that. Reaching up, clawing both my hands over the lid, pulling my body up to it, and vomiting into the toilet. And sadly, I remember when I did that, I heard sounds of approval, like applause and gratitude. And I remember, damn, the fact that I had the ability to pull myself up to the toilet to vomit, the fact that that's being celebrated right now, must mean that I'm pretty fucked up. And I remember apologizing a lot. I do remember trying to drunkenly clean up my own vomit on the floor. Luckily, it was tile, or whether it was concrete. It was like an artisan downtown apartment, so it was a hard floor. So I was at least able to clean up after myself relatively okay. But yeah, I was a mess.
I had a gun.
I was a real mess.
And then out of nowhere, we both heard
But that's the drunkest I've ever been. My friends were totally cool about it. They were very nice. They were very accommodating. They took care of me.
A little girl. Cindy's alive. I know it.
I apologized to the degree that I could. He's just spreading it around. Do you remember that from me telling that story before? Because yes, I do remember hearing that when I was trying to clean up after myself. I don't know if you just assumed that or if you remember me saying that. But Joker, that's absolutely true. First time I got drunk, I just kept talking and apologizing to everyone. That's what happens, man. It you sort of like you zero in one-dimensionally on a very small aspect of yourself. And sometimes that is just apologizing a lot and being sorry. You should come to Elise's home country. We like getting drunk. Gadara, I got a secret for you. Every human being likes getting drunk. There's not a culture on this planet that doesn't like getting drunk. They just all do it in different ways. Eating edibles and drinking are not a good combo? They can be. If you do it in... That's all about dosing. You gotta hit the right... Oh, whoa. What the fuck? If you get to the right levels and all that stuff... I deactivated it. Watch the right movie at the right time. With the right amount of intoxicants flooding your system. My god, it'll blow your mind. I'm telling you, Batman Forever. It's the perfect fucked up movie. No matter how fucked up you are, that movie's amazing. God damn it, I need you. I need you, bot. Get out there and fuck him up.
White is not black, Dr. Lamb. Down is not up, and straw is not gold. Look around you. Rapture is no miracle. It is a product of reason.
So he says it's so respectable from
Unless one
to me
and
for people to
one are
apologize
two,
when they know they've owed, so people think fuck it, fuck them. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And yet,
I think being really drunk sort of
each man is a prisoner to bias,
it peels back the layers, right?
delusion, or the pain of
I think it's kind of like it rolls you back to pure ego.
They are as real as rain. Reality is consensus.
So if you're like always cognizant of what you're doing and apologizing for those things, I think that's
It is raining in rapture.
pretty revelatory that that's a core part of your human being.
Not to notice.
If you like get mad or upset or angry, if you just want to fight, like, I think it really does reveal what your base impulses are. Not that I think people should be judged for that. I think the measure of a human is what they do with their impulses, not because of their impulses. So I think if somebody gets super drunk and they're just like really angry and they want to fight all the time, I think that is something about them. But I think it speaks more to the fact that they can control that when they're not drunk. I think that's more meaningful. I don't know. First time I got high, I ate an edible, wasn't kicking in, so I ate a whole one. Suddenly hit while playing Arma, quickly pulled up 2001: A Space Odyssey and prepared to have my mind blown. Fall asleep as soon as the monkey bed ended. Colto, that's a bummer, man. You missed what sounds like a pretty good ride. 2001's a little slow though. I don't know. If there's anything I've found is that when you're in another dimension on edibles, you need something. It's got to be stimulating. I don't know. Planet Earth's pretty good. For me, Everything is Terrible is kind of where I land. Everything is Terrible put out a couple of movies. TV Carnage did as well. I wish there was more of that stuff. I want more feature-length, disposable media compilations. That's the shit I love. Looks like Cat in the Hat. Maybe like Big Mama's House. All three? If you haven't seen it, give it a watch. B, that's an excellent suggestion. Cat in the Hat was a pretty great inebriated viewing. I'll give you credit for that one. That was a good suggestion because that was some otherworldly stuff. I feel like I watched Haunted Mansion under similar auspices, and it was about the same kind of like, what the fuck is going on right now? Fantasia's always good. Fantasia is a shit. Fuck, man, you put the thought in my head. Hold on. Steph?
What?
How many movies into the Disney animated feature is Fantasia? So Snow White, Pinocchio. Is Fantasia next?
No. There's something else in between it.
Shit. So I gotta watch 2 more movies to do this proper. Snow White, Pinocchio. No! Snow White is 37. Pinocchio is 40. February 40. Fantasia is November 40. Dumbo is October 41.
Oh, I thought Dumbo was before Fantasia. Alright.
Excellent. Excellent. So I've watched all the Rhapsody in Blue. You're talking about Fantasia 2000. Yeah. That is Fantasia 2000, yeah. No. That's my shit. Even when I was young, Fantasia resonated with me in a way that most Disney movies didn't. And it's weird to me, given that the older or rather, having looked into it, apparently that was like just a passion project for Walt Disney. Sometimes I wonder. It's like, there are... So, the creative people in this world that you admire, the probability is that for everything that you've seen that they put out, they had to compromise somewhere. There was something they had to give up. And what you ended up consuming from them, or seeing from them, the artistic work they put out into the world, was a series of compromises. To me, Fantasia seemed like something that Walt Disney, the person himself, the man, believed in strongly and really liked. And I feel I feel such a connection to that. And that for all of his other animated features, we had to worry about like pacing and story and fucking like developing characters, and this is very surgically implanted here right now, and every shot is very carefully poured over, not because he felt it had to be that way, but because he understood what audiences needed to see. I get that, and there's a certain mastery in that and a certain genius I can also appreciate. But to me, Fantasia is just, I have an idea. I have an idea that I love a lot, and I want to put it into the world. And in a way, it's got its own compromises. It's got a ramp up that's pretty smart. But man, that is such an outlier. It's such a pure expression. He wanted it to be continuous like a series, yeah. And I love that they were able to wrap back around to it in Fantasia 2000. I would love for them to continue to honor that in some way. Even if it's just like okay, we have the internet now. We can do animated shorts with classical pieces or modern pieces. Just like non-lyrical music plus animation shorts that we put out on Disney.com or on YouTube or whatever. I would love for that to happen. But I don't know. That, in a weird way, I feel the same way about that I feel about like the Everything is Terrible movies and stuff like that. It's just like a compilation of cooler creative expressions, and the TV in the background is playing by itself. No, Stephanie's back there playing. She's playing Burial at Sea. So yeah, it's as somebody who, growing up, to me Disney was just a bunch of musicals I didn't like that much. I'm the fucking dork who was like, Little Mermaid would be good if there wasn't any singing. And that was basically where I was at. Fantasia made my childhood? Yeah. Disney at this point seemed too concerned with their bottom line to try anything so experimental. Yeah, Panzer Palace, you may be right. I don't know. I think there's still bandwidth there to do that.
Sophia Lamb is using the splicers against you. Most big daddies are like her slaves, guarding the little ones. But someone has awakened you.
Oh. Can I crawl through now? Oh. I agree 100%. Everyone says Disney is so great, but that felt we need just some background noise. I mean, it is and isn't. I didn't mean to imply that I thought Disney wasn't good.
I know of your bond with Eleanor Delta. To save yourself, you will come for her. But Eleanor has a destiny, one you cannot share.
Shut up.
There is no place for you in paradise.
You guys posting some anti-Semitic shit. I mean, it's... What is the true depth of that? So I haven't researched it myself. I am an empty slate here. Aside from it being like kitschy and funny, that there might have been an anti-Semitic streak at Disney in any capacity. Really, what is the breadth and truth of that shit?
In ethical psychiatry, we must account for the role of evolution. Depression, fits of panic,
Ethical
sexual
psychiatry.
pathos. All responses to ancient selection pressure. The irony is that this theory is why Ryan's people invited me here. They mistake my study of natural law for the worship of competition. Remember, Eleanor, one must know the beast before it can be slain.
Look at Song of the South. The anti-Semitic stuff is what I was on about. Is there anti-Semitic stuff in Song of the South? Also, and this is a weak argument, but different times, man. Different times. I think Disney is more experimental when it comes to their animated TV shows. Sure. I mean, you can't really hold it against Disney for being conservative when it comes to theatrical releases, right? That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
Welcome to the Circus of God.
Voice Cracker? Never played 2? It's very good. I feel like Bioshock 2 got a pretty bad rap. And I was effusive about the point earlier, so I'm not going to rehash all that stuff. But no, Bioshock 2 is a solid game. It is every bit the Bioshock 2 anybody could have made. I think I feel the same way about Bioshock 2 that I feel about maybe, what's it, the Watchmen movie? It could not have been better. That was the best Watchmen movie that could have been made. That doesn't mean that the comic wasn't better, because it kind of was, but I'm going to do it better. The castle that inspired the Disney castle is in Germany. Germany, Nazis, anti-Semitism, animation, sex swing, funhouse, house, skin, racism, Illuminati. There you go. It's all connected. Got me, Chapsy. Did Bioshock 2 add anything new? Is that the problem with it? It did. I don't know. It depends on where you draw the line of new enough. So it added a lot of art to Rapture. The version of Rapture in Bioshock 2 looks fundamentally better than the Rapture in Bioshock 1. It really does. I think that they also, narrative-wise, expanded Rapture in a cool way. I don't know. I think it did what it needed to do to be Bioshock 2. But at the same time, I also understand that there probably should never have been a Bioshock 2.
Quickly, head for the elevator.
I mean, it's kind of like there being a fucking Hotline Miami. Does it really need to be? I mean, the original was good enough. Can't you just walk away from it? I don't know, though. I feel like... Oh, boy. Auto aim. It's legit. Whoa. Where's my little drone man? Rip Chris Cornell. Shit. That's some real shit. Just twirled out of the way. It's got a rough MIDI array start, and the level design feels less grand. That's interesting. I would say the level design is more grand, and that you get to see like more stunning vistas, more like wide splays of Rapture. I feel like they understood to that degree what people want. Well, I mean, Sonntag was a huge part of that game too. Hard to replicate. Yes. Yeah, you're right. Hotline Miami was such a magical moment in gaming. Shit. Now I kind of... So hold on a minute. Since Kent unsub through Twitch Prime, maybe I'm gonna song through bits. Joey, I know you're just gonna have to wait out the month. Sorry, dog. If you want to come back in about a month and resub through Twitch Prime, then I will hook you up with a song. So suddenly, shit. Suddenly my ire has been aroused. Oh shit, I've got Inside Gaming daily docs. Come on, I'm gonna open this shit. From Mortal Kombat DLC. Let me scoop forward a little bit. So, I wanted to pull up my review of Hotline Miami, because in a very masturbatory way, I was like, I've summarized it so perfectly. Man, maybe this is gonna be the drunk project I have after I cut the stream. So, I can install an Apache server on my local machine and get the old Inside Gaming Daily blog running again on my machine, because Machinima doesn't know that they used to own that, so who gives a fuck. I've had an idea lately of bringing the blog back online on my local machine and just streaming me scrolling through the blog and reading my own blog posts. It's very masturbatory. I'm aware of this. shit, man. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. We'll see. This is about gaming journalism. It's true. Call your birthdays in 8 days? Shit. Kala, what can I do to make your birthday as magical as possible? It doesn't involve me getting drunk and watching Fantasia. Anyway, I don't mean to toot my own goddamn horn, but I was a pretty fucking great video reviewer back in the day. I wrote some pretty fucking great reviews, goddammit. Nobody read them. Which is a pretty good lesson on what the fuck your like blog worth is in this world. Do you think any of your opinions will be changed? Burrito Burgerito. Bujarito. Absolutely. I welcome it, and I hope that they do. What a sad life it would be if I've arrived to every correct idea in the world by the time I'm 33. I'd be upset in the world at that point. I have a bunch of bits saved up from watching advertisements. How much is a song? There is no monetary value. There is no cheer you can do that will get me to play you a song. That is not a thing. For a reason, by the way. Allow me to explain why. The songs are not monetary. The songs are an expression of a sort of dedication to community in a shitty way. A shitty way to explain it. So it's more like just me rewarding those who have been here for a while, or make a prolonged. I guess it is monetary in a degree, but it's monetary in the sense that it's a bit of a commitment. So, for those that sub or at least are here for more than a month, IDD, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub, and I will have a wonderful night. Thank you. I learned of everything in the world by 18. The rest has been me teaching everyone else. Yes, Chapsky, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for teaching us of your wisdom. I really want to know if I should play these games, but I trust only you. Like open world story and playing on very easy. Do I play these games? These games are not open world. There is an element of moving around the game world, independent of the linear path, but I think the easy setting in these games would appeal to you, and I think the story would very much appeal to you. So I think of those three elements, it depends how you weight them. If you like story, absolutely play these games. If you like playing on very easy, you're probably okay. If you like open world, this is not for you. So I think between open world and story, weigh to yourself which one you like more. If you really like open world, maybe this isn't for you. If you really like story, absolutely play this stuff. So, that's my best explanation for you. Peace out, motherfuckers. So let me see here.
Now, here is what the children tell me. You are a very old Big Daddy, bonded for life to a single little one. When you are apart for too long, your body begins to shut down like a coma.
Here.
As long as the girl is in the rapture, you are trapped here as well. The name of your little one is Eleanor Lamb, daughter of Sophia. She is kept at Fontaine Futuristics on the other side of the city. You must go there and save her before it is too late.
Alright, hold on. I got some shit I can do. Hold on a minute. Although, man, streaming this is going to be contentious. Because, I don't stream anything on Twitch. How far into the game are we? Not very far. An hour or two. But we're winding down now. So, tell you what, I'm gonna throw the stream into. We're in bonus hours now. I'm gonna throw this. It's gonna end, ish, unless in the next 10 minutes I can figure out some technical wizardry. We'll see how this goes. I've got some circa 2011 Inside Gaming newsletters here. That would be fun to get through. But we'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes. I haven't played Minerva's Den. No, I haven't played that or Burial at Sea, so we'll see. Yeah, Real Weeb Hours. We'll see how it's... I'm not going to be able to onboard a fucking database into PHP right now. Maybe. I have to find it first. It's in there somewhere. But I know I coded it right. All the links are local. I ain't a fucking buster. I know how to do this shit. So, we'll see. We'll see. So this is a soft stream is over. If I get the shit working, maybe there will be some memory lane shit going on. But thanks everyone for watching regardless. And see you guys next time. Tomorrow, I suppose. So, have a good night. Well, I'm going to click around for a bit. So we'll see. Bye everybody.
Necessary part. Anya, we're headed into the furnace. Divert the carts. Repeat, we're moving into the fire. Reroute, anywhere, now!
After the presentation, Mark, Rain, and Cliffy B took an extended Q&A session with the crowd that turned into a general gameplay session after more than an hour.
Hey, Marcus Speedus versus Master Chief. Who wins? I'd say Marcus because he was in prison and he's a dirty fighter.
A Quake 4 demo with id's Todd Holland's head, which also included a tournament followed. At the same time, we got a chance to catch up with Microsoft's Peter Moore.
It's almost an honor and privilege to be here at the same time as 3,500 gamers are getting their hands on Xbox 360 2 days in advance of anybody else in America, and just walking around outside, the look on people's faces, everybody's getting comfy. I think I hear right now Todd Holland's head of id is going live on stage to show everybody Quake 4. You know, what's interesting for me is we're used to this. We go to E3, we go to GDC, we go to TGS. Gamers never get this opportunity to hear a Todd Holland's head or a Cliffy B talk about their game, so I'm psyched. We wanted to make it a little bit of a pilgrimage. We felt that if it was too close to an urban center, that we would probably not get the type of person we wanted, which is a core gamer that's willing to make the journey. The number is the number. I mean, we're trying to make as many Xbox 360s as fast as we can, expedite them all around the world, air freight in particular, and make sure that everybody wants one, gets one soon enough. Demand clearly is outstripping supply from the get-go, but our goal is to get as many as we can in gamers' hands as fast as we can. In the first 90 days, I believe we'll be somewhere between 2.5 and 3 million units worldwide. And then perhaps equally importantly, by the end of the calendar year, I think we'll be at 10 million units worldwide.
For a look at the full Peter Moore interview, more from Zero Hour, or other Xbox 360 launch details, keep checking GameSpot news throughout the day.
Roger, we got a bad situation down there. We got a bandit terrorist that has seized control of the building.
Yeah. Oh, yes, sir. Okay. This is fun, but it's not video power, and we have a half-hour video power. But first, check this out. A pinball game. The kind that you can play for a dime. Remember that? It's got the lights and the action, but that was then. This is now. This right here is Pinball Quest for your NES. Let's give it a video power review. You get 3 choices of pinball games. In Pop Pop, you've got to knock out 10 pins like in bowling. Then you've got to sink 4 balls like you're playing pool. Then there's Viva Golf. Get after the gophers before they ruin the whole course. The 3rd level is Circus. You've got to rack up lots of points to get bonuses so you can play a video level with circus animals, trainers, clowns, and stuff, you know. Then there's the action-adventure game called Pinball Quest. It's got 6 levels in all. Your weapons are silver pinballs. Use them to score points and collect gold. The more gold you collect, the more things you can buy. You need to buy extra stoppers and flippers to get through the castle. Great game.
Joining us now is game designer Bill Budge, who works with Electronic Arts, and the president of Electronic Arts, Trip Hawkins.
Bill, there's quite an array of games out here on the table. And what is it that makes a game successful, or what kind of factors go into the design of a game?
It's really hard to, you can't ask people what they want to see on the computer and what kind of programs they want. I really think that a person writing a program has to have an inner conviction of something and write a program that they want to write and a program that they want to use. When I started writing this program, it was something I really wanted to do. I wanted to see it work. And
where'd you get the idea for
I always liked building things, and it was a funny indirect kind of process. I got tired of writing video games. I was really sick of playing them by this time. And I thought, well, it's fun to make video games. I still kind of like to write them, and I bet other people would really like to write them.
You're talking about the pinball construction set.
Right.
And this is kind of a nice game because it actually involves you in the construction of the game itself. It's kind of like a metagame. Is the success of that been pretty good in the sense that, is there a special segment that you're selling to as far as the construction set?
Well, when you start out, yeah, you're looking to the really avant-garde computer users. It takes a while for the message to get out there when everyone is still discovering Pac-Man and a program comes along that's telling them they can build video games. Well, it doesn't register at first, but it's got a slow growth that builds up, and finally now we're getting very good results. The game kind of craze dies out. This stuff's taken off.
Trip, on the business side, what do you look for a successful software game?
Well, I think Pinball Construction Set has a lot of the things that you look for, and that's why it's now one of the top 10 sellers in the country, according to Billboard magazine. We have a philosophy of having products that are simple, hot, and deep. Simple so that you don't have to read a lot of instructions. Of course, most people don't want to have to learn how to operate the computer. They want to just do things with it right away. And Pinball Construction Set, you can immediately play one of the pinball games that are included, or you can quickly make up one of your own, and it's very simple to do that, as I think Bill will illustrate. We also like to have products that are hot in that they should fully use the sound and graphics and other capabilities of the machine. And we also look for programs that are deep. In the case of Pinball Construction Set, you can make your own pinball game, so it has a lot of creative possibilities and allows people to control what they're going to make and interact with it and change it. And that's one of the things that extends the life of the product and causes people to come back to it again and again.
It'd be kind of fun to take a look at this.
I'm dying. Dying to say. Go ahead, Bill.
Okay, well, this is a very simple sort of real-world idea. It's a construction set. You have something that you're building on this side of the screen and a set of parts over here. And I have a hand here that I control with the joystick, and I use that to move things around, say, on the board, the game I'm building. I can modify this game. And I can get parts out of the box, and I can just add them over.
So they're kind of bumpers you're putting into your game?
I'm just putting bumpers, yeah. This is a favorite of really young kids. They like to just grab a whole bunch of bumpers, fill the board up with them, and put a ball on there. A pinball aficionado would gasp, but little kids don't really build pinball machines. They just sort of build things with this.
Dark Rain, the future of war. The battleground is real. Create your own missions and maps for unlimited combat.
Construction underway.
The warfare is real. launch simultaneous attacks on multiple fronts. And your opponents are deadly real.
Enemy engaged.
Prepare for the raid. Dark Raids, the future of war.
Objective achieved.
From Activision.